Tell me about that still was with rotate. It said landscape and now it's rotate. Tab it. Refresh your screen. It's not refreshing.
I don't know how you refresh.
So is it upside down? Is it?
It's sideways.
I guess. I don't know where the microphone. Walk away. Testing our live. Testing our live. Testing our live. Can you hear us? All right. I need a little help here.
I don't.
What are you trying to do?
I want to see the people talking.
All right. Turn the volume down. We're at the VFW. We're going to try this the last time. Not working real good. We couldn't get landscape to work. I'm going to have to try to figure out how that all works here. Remember, we are new to live streaming, so we're going to do our best. So if you want to come on down, we're down at the Veterans Hall Club. It's the VFW / the American Legion. It's down here at 868 Main Street in Sturgis. So come on down, check it out. They're having breakfast this morning, all you can eat. So come down and check it out. You can meet us, talk to us. We'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. Today we're going to be going out to Rapid City Harley-Davidson, Black Hills Harley. We're going to be checking out the Zero booth around 1:30. One of our friends, Adam Sandoval, is going to be out there. He's kind of a co-sponsor. If anybody doesn't know much about him, you can actually go down into some of our earlier videos. We worked with him and helped him break the world record of the most Harley-Davidsons in a parade last year in October in Paris, Texas. There was 3,794, if my numbers are right. It was a great time. Adam donates a lot of his time to veterans too, to help the cause. So you might want to check him out too. Yesterday was a big day here in Sturgis. For those of you that are not in Sturgis today, or even in Sturgis at all, great crowds downtown, really good. We also talked to the police, talked to several vendors. Most of them say it's a really good crowd so far, but they're believing it's not as big as the 75th, but it was bigger than the last year's crowd, or maybe we're right around last year's crowd. A couple vendors I talked to earlier in the week, they thought they were having a record-breaking crowd, and they were expecting possibly 800,000. We're back down to now, most people are saying probably around 500,000, about the same as last year. I mean, those numbers we won't know till later on, so we'll see how all that goes. Today we'll be going out there. We're going to try to get to Glencoe. We tried to go to Glencoe last night, but so many people were checking in. The line was so long, we waited about half an hour to an hour, couldn't even get in through the gate. So we're going to go ahead and try tonight to go down there. It won't be a live feed from there since we're having technical difficulties. Internet out here isn't real good. So if you're looking to come out here, you want to make sure if you're at a hotel or a campground, they've got some kind of internet. The cell phone service doesn't really do too well out here.
So, hi, Mr. Johnny. He said he wants us to do a live on how to grow your YouTube.
We'll be working on that, Mr. Johnny. We appreciate you stopping in. And
check his channel out.
Yep, Mr. Johnny 25. So if anybody's out there wanting to know a little bit about how to get your channel to grow, you can also check there with Mr. Johnny 25. And he'll help get you started and kind of give you a little bit of information. I think he's out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He's got a live stream giving all kinds of good tips. He gave us the tips to get where we're at today. So, we just started this back in December of 2019, and we're right on our way. So we will do some videos after the STURGIS rally for anybody that's interested in getting into a YouTube channel, kind of tell you what we did and how we figured it out, how to get successful. Now, based on that, we're trying to get that goal today of this week before the end of the rally to hit 5,000 subscribers. If we hit that 5,000 subscribers, you've heard yesterday, we'll be out there visiting all the major motorcycle events. We're going to be following Speed Performance Plus. They've been doing it for 26 years, so they know how to do it. We'll be tagging along behind them to all those locations. And if you've got a biker rally coming in your area, give us a link on where it's at, some information. I know none of them are going to go on this year. Arizona, I think they've got theirs postponed till October, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see any more motorcycle rallies till next year. Hopefully, maybe after the election, this will all go away and we won't have any more, virus going on. But we'll have to wait and see if that's really what it's all about, or maybe with the cold weather, it'll just take off on us.
We wanted to say hi to Wind Rider 57. Thanks for coming along on our adventures with you. We're glad you're enjoying all of our adventures. It says there's 15 live chats. I can't see them all. I don't know why, but
No, 15 just says how many's in a row.
Oh, okay.
And if you're liking what you're seeing on the video, make sure you click back and hit that little thumbs up. That kind of gives us a little bit of credit there with YouTube. So we do appreciate those that are watching. Make sure you come out here to the VFW. They've got a great breakfast. You're helping out the vets. Good thing to do here in Sturgis. We want to spend our money at a local establishments to help the city and help those people that are actually here trying to survive. A lot of the vendors that we've been to, a lot of them are local vendors. We got a video coming up today, somebody from Spearfish. You want to go out there and check them out. They've got a good product. Make sure you check that video out today. If you're in Mountain Time, it's 4 o'clock. If you're out on the West Coast, it'll be 3 o'clock. So come on out and see what's going on. It's pretty exciting.
So El Mastro, thanks for watching. He said he found us a couple weeks ago. He wishes you were here. We wish you were here. Maybe next year we'll all meet up here together. And Ron Park says thanks for sharing your trip, and we're more than happy to share our trip with you guys and all of our adventures. That's kind of what got us into this, that people were always wanting to know what we were doing and where we were going. We had so many different things going on, and everybody was always interested in what we were doing. So we thought we'd just share it with everyone that wanted to see it.
Sorry, we're not in landscape mode. We're still working on trying to figure out this thing. I've got a camera, but we haven't figured out how that camera will be able to link to a live feed. Once we figure that out, these videos will get a lot better on the live stream. We probably should have tried this before we ever hit the road, but we wasn't sure if we would have a cause to do a live feed. But we really wanted to come out today and to support the VFW. So if you guys are in town today in Sturgis, you're looking for some place to have breakfast, come on down. We're going to be down here for an hour or so. Come down and meet us. Be glad to meet some of you. We've been meeting a lot of you out there. It's just overwhelming how...
It's fun to see all you guys. You guys see us, and we don't get to see you, so it's kind of fun. Detecting Exus with Thomas. Thought he'd pop in and say hi. So I'm guessing popping in and saying hi on the live feed, not coming into the VFW hall. Oh, we're spinning.
We'll see if we're still live.
Oh, there we go.
Now we're back. So we're trying to look on our phone. Hopefully we'll be able to get some live feed. Maybe we'll do one. For not all of you know, we did come in our RV because of all the equipment that we've had to bring for editing and stuff. We bought a Toyhauler last year to do this type of thing. We had to bring the bike. We brought it in the back. With Tam, she's had some medical issues which had to make her sell her motorcycle. She's no longer able to ride. She rode, probably about 3 years ago, she rode all the way here from California on her bike. It was the first time she'd ever rode all that distance. And with the injuries and the problems that she's had, she's no longer able to ride a bike anymore. So even on long rides, we don't think she'd be able to make that long ride. So now we're just doing the RV thing. We've done a lot of riding out here. I'm not keeping track of how many miles we've driven so far, but we're probably at, since we've been out here, about 500 or 600 miles.
So Zen Van says hi and gives us a thumbs up and a heart. Nice to see you. Mr. Johnny says he loves our reviews and he likes to see all the sites that we've been on so far. So Mr. Johnny's over in the UK, so I don't know if he's ever been to the US or not, but we're giving him a little preview if he ever wants to come over and visit us.
So going to be a pretty good crowd here. There's still plenty of tables if you want to come out to the VFW and check it out and see what's going on. It's all the way down here at the far end of Main Street. It's 868 Main Street in Sturgis. Come on down, check it out. Breakfast is here. It's all you can eat breakfast. What more can you ask for? And we're also helping out the vets here. This is considered the VFW Hall and the American Legion Hall all in one. So it's kind of a good sized group. We've met a lot of them that are here that take care of the post here. They're really great guys and gals. So come on down, say hi. Their beer's a little cheaper. So if you want to come in town and check out the VFW, they're open to the public all during the rally. So you don't have to be a vet to come down here. So come down here, support the vets, give them a little bit of that money you brought here to spend at Sturgis, and say hi to them all. They appreciate that.
Good morning, Thomas Sheets. He's from Pea Ridge, Arkansas. So we might be down that way to the Bikes and Blues Bikers Rally. Let us know. Nomad HC, Nomadic. He didn't get to make it this year either, but I'm glad you're part of our team. Thanks for being with us.
So this week we're going to be following a lot of the events that are going to be going on. We're going to go out to Hewlett on Wednesday. We're going to try to hit Sundance for the bike burnouts Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night we're going to be out at Kickstand. There's a Merle Hager's grandson that they say sounds just like him is going to be at Kickstand Campground. So we've been invited out there. Speeds Performance Plus is having a little deal going on out there that evening. So we're going to come out there and kind of support him and hear Waylon Jennings' grandson sing. And the fun thing about that is there is no cover charge at Kickstand. So check that out. It's right there off the 90. It's just past the Veterans Cemetery, the next exit. I'm not sure of the exit number, but they got big old signs. If you're looking on the left-hand side, you can't miss the campground before you get to the exit. It's just off the highway. Oh, it's the same road that you can cut through to get to the Buffalo Chip from the 90. So that's kind of, hopefully you can find that.
It's kind of neat. They're both bikers, and he's pretty much built that bar himself, and it's an excellent looking bar. You should see it. It's so cool inside. So you'll have to check them out. Go out there and see them. Joey and Kim? I think it's Kim.
I know they use reading off the thing there.
No.
So you can't read Kim's name. So they're really great people. We checked them out. We're going to be talking to them probably more after the rally. We're actually going to be staying out here till about the middle of September. We've got a couple appointments to talk to some pretty neat people out here to talk about their businesses, about during the rally, how it all went, some insight on what they think about the future of the rally. We've got a couple interviews going to be coming up about some owners in Deadwood that own some of the bars, so that's going to be kind of exciting. A couple of the museums we're going to be visiting out here in Rapid City. So we've got a lot of neat things that's going to follow here for the week or so after the rally in this area. So maybe when you come back next year, or if you've never been here before, you can see all the other options of things that can be done out here in the Black Hills, because the Black Hills is just full of places. If you've been watching all the videos, we've been coming out here off and on for the last 10 years. This is our 6th year of coming out. And we found places we didn't even know existed. So I know there's a whole lot more out there that we haven't hit. You know, some of the local ones here in Sturgis, we're not hitting all the local bars. We did a few when we first started here, but most everybody knows the Iron Horse, the Knuckle, and all the different ones that are out here. The Broken Spoke, they're out here. You know, most of you have all been to those bars if you're coming to Sturgis. It's more or less going out and having fun at some of these other ones that are a little bit far out. We just did it. We'll have a video coming out on Sunday that we went out to the Buffalo Chip. We'll let you know what you can see for free and tell you what kind of cost to see out there and kind of what their going prices are. But you can go on the website of Buffalo Chip and see that. We're going to try to get out maybe tomorrow, Sunday, and see the Full Throttle. We haven't been out to Full Throttle since the rally started, And for those that don't know, rally started yesterday on Friday. That was opening day of the rally, and it's going to go all the way till Saturday, the 15th. Is it the 16th? Is the end of the rally.
16th.
So the 16th, that'll be the last day of the rally. A lot of the vendors will even start pulling out from some of the places on the 15th. Some of them you'll hear that will comment on that. But we still got a lot of places to try to hit before the rally's over. If you see some place that you'd like to see us check out, send it to us in one of the feeds like this, or you can put it on one of the comments on one of the videos that we're putting out. You can just write in there and let us know someplace you'd like us to check out. We may not be able to get to it, but if it's something that's open after the rally, we'll go in and talk to them and see kind of what they're offering. If maybe like there's a campground you wanted to see, but some of these campgrounds just lock their doors the day they leave, the last day of the rally. So we may not be able to get to some of the places that just fold up before we're gone.
Thomas Sheets said it's bikes, blues, and barbecue.
Yeah.
And they're not going to have it this year. A lot of places, a lot of bike rallies aren't going on this year, but he said maybe next year. So that's why we're saying if you guys meet the challenge for us, that we will next year start following all the bike rallies, and hopefully next year everything will be reopened, all the rallies will be going on, and we'll be able to meet up with all of you guys across the country at all the different rallies.
So Thomas, one of the questions I have is somebody told me the other day that the rally they have, the bikes and blues and barbecue, is it downtown and there's really no place to stay, that you have to travel in and out? Somebody was telling me that that's kind of the only problem there, is it's usually about a half an hour to an hour drive each way because the traffic's so busy there. I'm just curious, is that true? Give us a message, let me know if that is. Not saying we wouldn't go because of that, but just kind of give us a heads up. Never been there. I know that's a great area too to ride. We're originally from Illinois and Missouri. Didn't do a lot of bike riding down that far down, but we'd love to come down and check it all out though.
So we want to say hi to Kirk from Seattle. Thanks for watching our videos. I'm glad you're enjoying them, and we'll keep it up as long as you guys watch us. And Brett Hill, he's not here, but he says he's following every minute. We wish you were here. Maybe we'll meet up with you at one of the other bike rallies coming up next year.
Also, make sure you're subscribing. We're trying to get as many subscribers while we're here in Sturgis. We've got a goal that we're going to promise you. If we can hit 5,000 subscribers by next Sunday, we will make sure that we hit all the biker events that are out here, the major ones. Can't always hit, some of these may overlap each other, but we'll try to do as much as possible of traveling and do the same thing that we kind of did here, where we'll come out a week or so before the rally, kind of get a hold of some of the vendors, some of the different people that are in charge, try to give you a heads up, because just like this, we've been on a lot of the rallies on the West Coast, but we haven't been on very many that are on the East Coast. We've never been to Daytona, we've never been to Myrtle Beach, the biker blues and barbecue, if I said it right. That one I've always wanted to go to. Didn't make that. I know there's a whole lot of other ones. Someone told us one the other day. There's a 2-day one in Austin, Texas. That's close to us. We're actually out of Arizona, is where our retirement home is. We are both retired. I retired last year. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. That gives us a little credit here for the live stream. Help us out. Get this going. Show us that you guys really care and you want to see us do these videos. That's kind of why I put this out here. We have grown crazy since we've been here in Sturgis.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, we've gotten over 2,000 subscribers just in the 2.5 weeks that we've been out here. So I know it's possible to get another 2,000 subscribers, or actually less, because we probably got a lot more now. We were about 3,200 this morning. So it can be done. Get your friends to subscribe to us. Show us that you guys really care, and we'll put all of our effort in to getting out to all those rallies and checking you guys out and
giving you guys the information.
Yep.
So Hagman says thanks for the videos. DW says thanks for the insight. He's going to move. He wants to move to Spearfish, South Dakota. It's beautiful out here. We'd love to move out here. I don't know if I could do the winters or not though. But there is a lot of bicycling and off-roading out here. We've heard a lot of people bring their four-wheelers. They said there's tons of trails out here. So that's kind of cool. So if you do have a four-wheeler and your motorcycle, bring them both. There's a lot of riding in each one. Celtic, MCO of Daytona. I don't know what she said. People, are we going to come out your way? We're planning on going to Daytona next year. I think they said something about having something this fall. I don't know if it's going to be canceled or not, but we're going to try to keep up with that and see what's going on at all the motorcycle rallies and where they're going to be, if there's going to be any more this year. I know most of them for this year were canceled.
So we were actually in Florida this year. We were in there in January. We were down at Fort Myers. We went down there. Lakeland. We went down there for the RV show, checking that all out. So there's some videos for that. But we didn't make it all the way down to Daytona. We have been probably 4 or 5 years ago. We were actually in Miami and did the Miami thing. That's not on video though. But the trip down to Florida is on there with our RV. We didn't take the motorcycle on that one because it was a very fast trip at the very last minute. So we have been to Florida, so it's not a absolute positive that we would not come back to Florida. But yeah, if we can get these 5,000 subscribers, we will definitely be at the next Daytona Bike Week.
Oh, they say they want to shut down Biketober. Yeah, that's what
I've heard that. Yeah, somebody told us that too, that they want to close down the October one. And it's crazy. They don't realize how much money, just like here, in the Black Hills, they average $600 million is brought into this in these 2 weeks that are here. So, a lot of these places say they don't want it. But, especially in Florida, they'll let the spring breakers come in. It's got no money. They're all underage drinkers, tear up the hotels and everything, and then they don't want to bring bikers in.
Tell us how you really feel.
So, it doesn't make any sense. And anybody that's in Florida knows that because we've got some friends that are in Florida and they can't stand the spring breakers coming in because these kids are jumping off balconies and they're loud all night, and 99% of them, probably 99.9, are all underage. So they shouldn't be drinking at all, and the police just turn their backs on them. So
anyway, Jeff Mueller says hello and good morning. And what's for breakfast? Well, they have scrambled eggs, crisp bacon, biscuits and gravy, and sausage. And then they've got coffee. And then if you want water or milk, it's at the bar you can get for $1 each. And Fern the Camper says hi, and she, I don't know which one, says everybody needs to hit the like button. There's 34 people watching and only 18 thumbs up. So if you're watching, hit that thumbs up, Fern the Camper says. Windwinder 57 says, hey Fern. And the spring breakers,
Okay, so say I know about the spring breakers. We haven't been down there during that, and we were never spring breakers. So we always stayed in Illinois and we partied around our own area. We never got the chance to go down there. We weren't one of those well-to-do kids that could afford to go down to there in high school or even in college, which I didn't go to college. She did. I'm a trade school guy. And so that's that. So come on down. If you guys are in town at the STURGIS rally, come on down to the VFW. If you've already had breakfast, you can still come in here. Hey, it's never too early to have a drink.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. And in STURGIS, you might still be up from last night. So I think they got Bloody Marys here too. So that would fix you up if you've been up all night and partying. And I've not been able to do much partying because it takes several hours to edit every night. So I've already got the video for today's ready to go. Tomorrow we're going to do a special video. So I got to get home sometime today to do that. It's going to be for veterans and for those that we've lost in the War on Terror. They've got a special display down here, and I'm going to make something special tomorrow on the video that'll be at the very end, and that'll just close us out. There won't be any ending to that video. It'll just be the dedication to the veterans and to the ones that have lost their lives during the terror. So the War on Terror. So you stay tuned and make sure you guys watch that, because that one I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time and make it really special for that. And all the vets, they deserve that. And thumbs up to all of our vets that have served in the past, now, and in the future.
And their families too, because they have to put up with a lot while they're gone. So Fern the Camper says trade school's great, and spring breakers have heard you, and they're on their way to get you.
We're ready for them in Sturgis.
Dave Job says hi from the UK. Hi David, how are you? Thanks. Yeah, we definitely appreciate our vets and all they do. We didn't go in the service, almost did, real close to going into the service, but we never did, and we want to show our appreciation to those who have served our country. Thomas Sheet says most of it's on Dickerson Street night, but all the stuff's going on during the day in other parts of Fayetteville Rogers, Eureka Springs, and other parts of northwest Arkansas. So it sounds like there's a lot of nice rides down there for that too. So
Yeah.
hopefully next year they'll have it, and we'll be down there and we'll meet up with you and go on a ride. How's that sound, Thomas?
Yep. So some of the rallies that we've been to for the last probably 12 to 14 years, we've been going to the Laughlin River Run, kind of a lower key. It's kind of gone downhill. Last year it got canceled because of the virus, or this year for the virus. They got rid of the promoter, which kind of ran it down the last 5 or 6 years. He's gone, and the casinos are going to be running it next year. So hopefully that one will build back up. We've done the Las Vegas show. We've done that a couple of years. It's not too bad. We've also went up to the Reno one. That's kind of neat too, because you've got a lot of, it covers Virginia City, Carson City. You've got a lot of different places. Lake Tahoe you can go up and ride at. So it's not like the Black Hills, but it's probably close to it. And I'll bet down in Arkansas that's probably going to be some really good riding down there too. So we're kind of excited about seeing all those. We've done some riding in Florida. Not always the greatest ride there, but I think the experience in Daytona is more of the party scene and meeting up with all of the friends and good times there. I think that's more there. But they might have some rides planned when you go down there too. Here we haven't had any time. We usually do a lot of the rides with the groups, and with this going on, with us trying to do so much to get you guys information, we haven't been able to do any of the rides. And maybe next year we'll get to that. But,
so thanks, Hagman. He said he shared us on Facebook. He said he hopes that helps. He's from Utah. And Jim and Helen from Southwest Louisiana says hi. Ron Parks, Reno's a good time. Yep, that was the ride Bob went on. Bob and the guys went. It was a guy's trip.
Yeah, it was a guy's trip. Anybody knows much about Reno, they call it something else, but we'll skip what they really call it. And but it's a really good rally, and they've got the dealership there puts a lot of stuff on. Not as big as Rapid City, but the dealership, I think they're in Carson. I think it's been a few years since we've been up there. And so that's pretty. Oh, well, also the other one I forgot is the Arizona. We've been to the Arizona one. We've only done that once because we were living in California for a short time, and we rode over from California. And theirs is kind of stretched out too in several different towns. It covers it. And a lot of events and stuff. But I think the big thing with rallies is people don't really know what's going on. And, people try to print stuff up. The dealer puts something out. Chamber of Commerce put something out, but you need somebody that really wrap all this stuff up and let people know. And that's kind of what made me start thinking about doing this, because you pull up to some places like Sturgis. First time we came here, we had no idea what we were going to do. I had studied the internet. I mean, everybody, especially this year, all the bars, Buffalo Chip, Full Throttle, so many concerts got canceled. People didn't even know what was going to happen. But I mean, when you get here, we found a couple bars. What is Moonshine Gulch Saloon? It's way out, not too far. Sounds way out, but it's all out there on the other side of Hill City. But I mean, it's worth the drive to go out and check out a place like that. Everybody out here specializes in hamburgers. And if you watch our videos, we found a great pasta place. We found a great, we're going to be going out to a great steak place this week. So you guys will have to watch that. If you watch my videos, you'll know where we're going. If you haven't, you'll have to go back and do a little homework and see where that's at. It's well worth it. We even put the drone up that day, so that'll kind of give you a hint of what video that was. But check that out. But I mean, there's a lot of places here that you can't believe that they've taken their homes or an area that they bought to have for this rally. I know it's a little bit about money, but I mean, this one we're getting ready to go out to, I don't think it's the money. I think they do it because it's a love that's in their heart. And just like the Pasta Corral, that came up. I think it's come up today. We did it yesterday. We got to eat there. We did a review on them originally, but we didn't eat yet. So yesterday we went there and ate with our Italian friend. And
it's all about the biker community. I mean, bikers are great. I mean, we're all races, all breeds, and we come from all over and all different backgrounds, but we're all bikers. We love to be out there, feel the wind in our face, and it's just awesome. And there's not really been a biker we've met that hasn't been an awesome person.
And which it is. It's almost like a community. So if you're not a biker and you haven't done that, you know, a lot of people think, oh, it's all rough. They think of motorcycle gangs, things like that, and it's not like that.
We're all rough and tough.
Yeah, it's most people are really good guys. They'll pull over and help you on the side of the road. They help carry somebody's groceries out of the store. You know, there's a lot of really good bikers out here. So, you know, don't be afraid of a biker. Don't be, you know, somebody. I went and talked to the Hells Angels, and I've gotten a few comments that, oh, you know, you shouldn't be talking to them. And, you know, a lot of them get a bad rap. You know, there's probably some motorcycle clubs out here that aren't real friendly, but, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, unless you've actually talked to somebody and they've given you an attitude, then you might not know. Actually, here, the Hells Angels actually have a couple retail establishments right here on Main Street. So you can't film them. They don't like to be filmed or anything like that. So I'm okay with that.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's right. So I'm okay with talking to them because they're motorcycle guys and they're friendly as can be. And but I mean, they stand for things too, like we all do. You know, there's also a lot of people have been asking about the virus, what's going on. Well, we've seen a report this last week that said there was 4 new cases in the county. But I mean, you know, they're doing a lot of testing here for locals. You know, if you're coming here, you can't get a test. You have to go back to your own state and get the test. But, you know, we've been talking to people, and everybody's keeping their distance. You know, don't watch the news. We got a couple film crews here that are trying to manipulate the way they turn their cameras to make people look like they're on top of each other. Even when we're walking down the street and we stop and talk to people, you know, we still have a distance between us. So I think that makes a big difference. Now, we haven't hit any of the big hot spots at night to see how they're doing it. But there's still a lot of people. The tables are somewhat separated, so there's time there. You know, a lot of people are saying stay in your own group. If you watch the one with Jesse Dupree from Full Throttle, Happy Hole Campground, he told us, you know, if you're coming out here, party with your own group. If you know your group is not sick or have any issues, then you don't have to worry about that. Stay in your own group. You know, so I think it looks pretty good. We haven't seen anybody sick. We haven't heard of anybody at the rally getting sick yet. You know, we're out talking to a lot of people and seeing a lot of people. A few people are wearing masks, so if people would say, hey, is there mask? Got a lot of kids this year. A lot more kids today than I've seen over the years here. I think there's a lot of families that have come out here because South Dakota's still open. You know, they're still doing business. You know, we do have some stores, you know, Walmart and Best Buy and some of the other, you know, a lot of, yeah, all the ones that are corporate owned, they are mask required going in. And so you know,
it's not South Dakota.
Yeah, so it's not South Dakota making them wear it. It's their corporate offices. So you still have to deal with a little bit of that.
So I wanted to say hi to Scott M. He said he's a new subscriber. Thank you, Scott, for subscribing. He's from Montrose, South Dakota. And the campers on there. She wants to know if anybody's going to Quartzsite. They don't have a bike rally out there, but they do have a camping show. As far as I know, I don't think that's been canceled that I've heard of in Quartzsite.
Yeah. We'll
that's
check
in
that.
January.
Yeah, so that's Quartzsite's real close to our home. So we will check on that and see if we can find out. We have a friend that actually lives down there, which is actually on the road right now. But we'll get a hold of him and see if he knows anything about if Quartzsite has canceled it or not.
They said Red Lodge Mountain is a great ride. Beartooth Pass is an awesome ride. So Hagman wrote that. So is that here in South Dakota or is that out where you are?
I've heard of Beartooth. But
Beartooth Pass. I don't know. We'll have to check that out.
But that's the thing that I've seen here. They give out these little maps all over the place. We should have brought one in. They probably got one up front.
Yeah, I can get one.
But this map, almost any road in the back hills here, Black Hills, that you run across is a good road to ride on. We've cut through a couple subdivisions, and they're even a great ride to ride through, even if you're only doing 30 miles an hour through the subdivision. But I mean, they're nice and windy and curvy, and some of the one we found since we've been out here is Van Knocker. Van Knocker Road is where Junction Road, Van Knocker Canyon, is where Junction Road ends at the 90, and on the other side is Van Knocker Canyon Road. That is the perfectly smooth ride. There's no bumps in the road. It's nobody knows. I guess nobody's riding on it, but that's where the Pasta Corral's at, out there about 12.5 miles. If you want to go to the caverns, what's that place called? Wonderland Caverns is out there. It's a little tough getting in there with a motorcycle. It's a rock road downhill. I seen a few bikes going the other day. We went in there, not too awful bad, but you want to be a more experienced rider if you're going to ride down there. I think it's like 5 miles down on a rock road. But if you stay on Van Knocker Road, it'll take you all the way out to Nemo. Nemo's a really neat town. We have a review on that we went to the Nemo restaurant, which is called
Branding iron.
Branding Iron. He's a great guy that owns that place. That's a really neat looking place too, but it's kind of off the road there. If you see the mercantile store there, right on Van Knocker or Nemo Road, I guess it is, because you make a turn. Because Van Knocker deads in, and then you have to make a left turn and get into Nemo. But when you come across Nemo there, on the left-hand side, you'll see the mercantile store. But if you look all the way to the right, 2 or 3 businesses back is that Branding Iron, but on the front it says Nemo Restaurant. But that's worth checking out. That's the way you want to go. For anybody that's out here, people say Nemo Bridge is out. Yes, it is. On the other way, if you were coming from Rapid City, coming the back way in, yes, you can't get across. The one bridge got knocked out, and the county decided we're going to go ahead and take them all out, and they're repairing all of them. So we went down there and rode. Maybe I'll show a little bit of that video afterwards. I just didn't get enough time to put that together and show you where the dead end. But if you went the wrong way, you could actually go all the way out to the 385, make a right, go down, and you'll hit Nemo Road again, and then you come in the back way of Nemo. So that's the other option if you would take the scenic route. And there's a lot of neat places on 385. We went out there and seen Boondocks. That's a really neat 50s style bar restaurant that they have out there. Got a garage. He does all kinds of work on 4-wheel drives, ATVs, and also motorcycles. If you're out there and you have some trouble, there's a place you can stop. But I mean, there's so many places here to check out. We've even seen a few signs that look like it's in somebody's yard, that they've got a bar behind their house or something, which we haven't stopped at all those yet. But we see some of those.
Everybody's very friendly out here.
Yeah.
So Hagman says, I guess that Beartooth is in Montana.
Okay.
And Quartzsite is in January. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd week in January.
Yeah.
I think it's like around like the 18th, something in the teens usually, and it's usually a week long.
Now, Quartzsite is a camping show, so it's not a motorcycle show. Quartzsite is a big thing that we call snowbirds. Snowbirds, since we live in Arizona, we have a lot of people, well, right now it's a little tough, but we have a lot of people that come down from Canada, Washington State, Oregon, Michigan, all over the northern states, come into Arizona for the snowbirds, because we pretty much stay in the 70s all winter long. So you can go down there.
When it gets in the 60s, I'm freezing.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't do one in the winters up here.
Yeah. So you can go into Quartzsite, and there's so many places you can camp for free. You can get you a pass and stay for 14 days, but it's on BLM land. That's Bureau Land Management, not any other word. That you go out there, and now there's no utilities and stuff. Now you can get people that are RVing can go out and get a monthly spot and stuff like that out there, but most of the people are doing, they call it boondocking, where you're out there living off the land and using your generator or solar and bring your own water in, and then go back once a week or so and dump. Some of the little places do have dump stations and water you can refill. But we'll do another video later on Quartzsite if it's going to happen a little closer. We were out there last year to check it out, and it's all right. But we went to the campus show, and it didn't overly impress me either. It was great if you're looking for trailers to buy, like at the Tampa show. If you're looking for RVs, they got thousands. But if you want to buy stuff, I couldn't even find anybody selling solar. So I was kind of disappointed in that way. But it was a good time.
Not a lot of vendors. It was more people selling camping resorts and stuff like that. Aid Collins says, "Bring on the hottie Sturgis barmaids."
All right, we'll scan some. We scanned some girls yesterday, which I don't know if I can show it. It's these women that made shirts and shorts, and what the shirt looks like, it's a wet t-shirt. Shows it all, but it's not a wet t-shirt.
It's a bikini top, like.
Yeah, and it's a crop top, I guess is what it is, but it's wet, in the proper places where you would be at a wet t-shirt contest, and you can see what is there, but it's not. It's almost like those shirts you can buy at the novelty stores that look like a muscle man guy or a girl that's got a perfect figure, and you wear that over your swimming suit. It's kind of like that. These fit really tight, and then they got these little shorts that look like little miniature jeans, and they're not much covering there. I'm not sure if I can put that on YouTube. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube for showing something that really isn't being shown. So maybe if you send me an email, go to my email. It's bobandtams@yahoo.com. Send me your email, and I'll send you a picture of those girls. And maybe I'll put them on Facebook. Maybe I'll do that, because make sure we have a Facebook page. I haven't figured out how to make it unprivate. I marked it. It says it's unprivate, but it still says that you have to ask my permission. But I give everybody permission anyway. So go to our Facebook page. Tam's got an Instagram page. If you look at one of our regular videos, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a little arrow there to your right. You can click, and it drops down and it tells you a little bit about what we do. It also talks about the equipment that we bought for our RV, and it also shows all of our Instagram, Facebook page, and our email. All that's always there on every video.
Put his email up there real quick.
Oh.
He took it down.
Oh.
But Christopher Pace wants to know where our masks are. We're socially distanced. We're way beyond 6 feet from each other. But I do have masks in my purse, and my daughter makes sure that we wear our masks. So.
So we do have masks.
Yes, we do.
And if we're in a tight area, we do consider wearing them if we feel. But if we believe, she's got a medical background. I dealt with a company that dealt with OSHA all the time. That I believe in what they originally said is if you keep your distance of 6 feet from people, you wash your hands, don't touch your face. I think that's going to get rid of a lot of viruses, the flu, and all kinds of things. So I think that's the thing. I think that's what's kept us healthy all through this, because we come from Arizona, which now is a hot state. So we've done really well, and all of our family, nobody has gotten it in our family yet. I've only known 2 people that are friends of mine that have had people that have had the issue. So our group,
and they've all recovered.
Yeah. So in our group, we've done really, really well by staying healthy and staying away from the virus and things like that. And just like here, most of the time we're riding motorcycles. If you're not a motorcycle rider, it's just me and her out there on a bike, and we might ride all day and do these filmings, and then I go back to our RV and we edit for 3 hours, and it's me, her, and the dog. So a lot of you haven't seen Charlie. He's in a few of the videos. We have a chocolate lab. He's 8 years old. He loves to sleep, so he's sleeping in the trailer now. And we'll go down this afternoon, and he'll be glad to see us. And he goes out and then comes back, and then we go out again. So he's pretty good about that. So those that are dog lovers, we do have a Charlie dog.
Charlie dog. Mark Brayman says hi. Thanks for the reviews. They've been to LACONIA, still having it this month. So where is that at? What state is that in?
La Canina. I've heard of that. La Canina. I've heard of that. I can't think where it is.
And then,
we got somebody from Bangkok. There it says Bangkok.
Oh yeah. Thanks. It's BSXEBKK from Bangkok.
There we go. We've got which is really, this is just crazy. I originally started this as kind of to help out because, our Canadian friends can't come, our UK friends can't come, Australian. But I've got a guy from Taiwan that's watching. Now we got a guy from Bangkok watching. This is great to be worldwide and sharing this experience of bikers, because a lot of the foreign countries don't know, not counting Canada and Europe, but Taiwan and stuff, don't understand and don't, like one of our friends from the UK, Johnny 25, Mr. Johnny 25 that was on earlier, he's actually from the UK, and he didn't really even understand anything about the biker community. So he's been kind of watching my videos to get an understanding of what a motorcycle rally is. He didn't know, never heard of one. So it's kind of neat to bring people in that don't really know what we're doing. And,
so Mini Prepper says, would love to be in beautiful Sturgis. We wish you were here with us too. And maybe we'll be out your way someday and we can meet up with you. Mark Bremen says that's in New Hampshire, that bike rally.
All right, we will make there. Help us get to that 5,000 before the end of the week. We'll be heading up to New Hampshire. I was in Washington, D.C. 2 years ago. So we do get on the East Coast. We were planning on, after this trip, that's where we were going to go. We were going to head out of here, go through Illinois, Missouri. I got a friend in West Virginia. She's never been to Washington, D.C. She wanted to get up that way. But with all the virus and stuff going on, we're going to hang around here for a while, and we'll probably end up going back home. Got to get home before the election.
A. Collins says 90% of the biker communities are the same all over the world. And I bet that's true, because it's one of the best communities to be a part of. That and camping. That's just crazy. Charlie's one lucky dog. Does he get to ride on the back? No.
Nah, he's too big.
Well, he's big and he's a nervous dog. He's just like his mom. His mom was a nervous Nelly. he'd be freaked out on the motorcycle. He's not afraid of it, but I don't think he would sit still on it. So
he likes to truck. We have a dual cab truck, and he loves the back of the truck. So all we got to do is open that door, and he's in that truck. Even if we're not going anywhere, he's sleeping. So he really loves to travel, and then he loves when we stop and go into the RV. It's weird. If we just stop to get gas or a rest area, he's crazy. He's all excited. He's yipping. He wants to go. But once we pull the trailer up and unhook it, boom, he's in the door, and he's just like he's at home. So yeah, we'll get some videos back up of Charlie. We've just been so busy with the bikers events going on and trying to show you everything that's going on, and we haven't had a lot of time to get him on video. And,
but he does get to play with his ball at least twice a day, which is his favorite thing to do. So I want to say hi to Sugar Cookie Cube, which I don't know, it sounds like a yummy...
maybe he drinks a lot of coffee. Drop sugar cubes in it.
I guess, but I look at the sugar cookie part.
Oh.
Even though I'm a chocoholic, sugar cookies I'll take.
I think they were on the other side.
So do we have anybody watching that is in Sturgis this week? That would be curious to see. We do have the challenge out there. Get everybody to subscribe. Our goal is if we can get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the motorcycle rally, we will do everything humanly possible to hit every major motorcycle event next year. Hopefully there'll be them. We're hoping this stuff's going to get over here real soon.
You said 5,000, so that's 10,000?
No, to 5,000.
Get to 5,000.
Yes. So, and it can be done because we've gotten over 2,000 subscribers in 2.5 weeks. So you guys can do it. You can help us get this. The reason I'm asking for this is because it shows that you guys really want to see this information. You know, we started out doing more RV stuff and had a little glitch there, and we had about 800 subscribers, and we were doing all right, and was trying to build our way up. But ever since we started talking about motorcycles and the events that are going on out here in Sturgis, and trying to give you out, you know, I talked a little bit about Antifa coming out here, and some people got on about that, but just to let you know, that's been going on for years, that there's always been groups that have been, since we've been coming out here, come out here and they want to fight with the bikers. They're just trying to stir the pot. Well, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that were spreading the rumor that they were coming. That's the fact. Well, that's what I wanted to do. We went to the city police. We talked to them. You know, I even had a bunch of people were saying that the Hells Angels had been approached. So it is. They got a house here in Sturgis. I walked over there. They were outside washing their bikes, and they talked to me. And I asked them. And of course, they don't go on camera. No biker clubs let them be filmed. Not like us. You know, all the regular motorcycle riders that are at the rally are pretty good about getting filmed. So that's not an issue, but when you're in a club, a lot of times they don't want people to be associated with clubs, and they want to keep it more private who they are, and that's fine. And he answered the questions I wanted. Same thing when I went to the police department. They wouldn't go on camera either, so I had to come out with my notes and tell you everything that they said, and that's why we stood out in front of the police station to let you know, hey, we were right there. And I asked them the questions, and they gave us information. We got the other interview that Tam did with the city business manager, and he was all right with being on the camera. So some of them are. And a lot of business owners that we talk to that we like to promote, or we ate there and it was a good place. Some of them say, no, I don't want to be on it. Other ones say, yeah, let's go for it. So it's kind of a neat experience here.
So thanks, Ron. He says he's got to go to work. So some of us got to work. So sorry about that. Maybe one day you'll get to retire and be out on the road all the time like us. And Mini Prepper wants to know what we're doing for showers. Well, we have our own RV, and we're staying at a campground that's got showers. But for those that are tenting, they did open the shower houses on Lazelle. It's across the street from the Iron Horse and the Broken Spoke. So if those guys that are out there that are looking for a shower, there are shower houses available.
And also, there is...
Pan to see all the people that are out here.
So we are in a campground that's got hookups and stuff. Now we only have water and electric for this week. So we do use the shower house, which they've got girls that are cleaning them nonstop. So that is available. Here, she wants me to pan the room to show you how crowded it is and how many people are here.
Everybody wave.
I watched you guys for the last couple of weeks.
There we go. We got some fans.
Anyway.
All right. Hopefully that wasn't too shaky and it drove you crazy. Let me get the
So
camera.
we are at the VFW.
Oh, I was way up too high.
Oh, were you? Oh, you gotta go down. There.
Here, we'll try again. I was way too high. It's a short delay, so I gotta wait and see if I'm looking at you. There we go. Now I see it.
Tell my wife hello.
You could be like the one we.
Yeah, you're sitting next to your girlfriend.
You could be like the ones we had yesterday that we filmed that they'll put their mask on, and they wanted us to film when they had their mask on, so their family would see they all had their mask on, and they took them all off.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
guys out here a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, we've been here for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, okay. I
So
saw you.
that's
I
us.
Watch you for 3 weeks.
Are you subscribed? Got to subscribe.
got your card 2 weeks ago.
I heard you guys talking, but I remember you guys on the RVs too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the RVs
Yeah, we
too.
got a few that are actually longtime followers from the RV. So
I
yeah,
watch way too much YouTube. That's all.
yeah.
No, well, we don't watch any TV anymore. We just watch YouTube. We don't watch anything that's on TV.
So we got a pretty full house. If you want to come down and check out the VFW, that's where we're at today.
Oh yeah, Spur Creek, Spur Creek
Ranch.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's-
they're gonna have
Steaks.
steaks. We're gonna go up there and eat steaks.
They're South
Now,
Dakota steaks.
Wednesday, you guys got to go to Hewlett. The firehouse roasts 4 pigs, and they give away free pork sandwiches. Wednesday in Hewlett.
I was thinking Tuesday over in Alzada.
That's
Yeah.
where he wants to go.
But if you really want to see something,
Yeah,
if you want to see something that's better than that,
Yeah.
pay your $25 and go to Glencoe for 8 hours in the evening. You will see way more. Believe me, we've already drove through there 2 Sundays ago, and I can't show any of that on YouTube.
I thought
No
you
polar
looked
trips.
at- no candy Wednesday.
That's made up.
That's a joke.
What happened is we went out and talked to one of the people that are in charge of Hewlett. There's 3 guys that kind of own the town. I don't know if they're watching or not. Tom, Dean, and Bob. They've got 3 businesses that they own in Hewlett. And what ended up happening was, years ago, there was these girls that came on a motorcycle. It was a really hot day. Well, they went around behind one of the bars, took a hose, soaked themselves down. They pulled their shirts off. That
They
became
called it
Topless
Topless
Tuesday. So some guys were sitting in the bar saying, "Hey, what can we call Wednesday? Hey, let's call it Pantyless Wednesday."
So it was
It's
all a
never,
joke.
it's
It's
never
never really
happened.
been.
We went out there, yeah,
Yeah.
we went there years ago. But Wednesday is their big day. Wednesday and Thursday this week is Hewlett Day. The rest of the time is a waste of time of going out there, other than you just want to check it out.
Yeah.
But if you want to see the big crowd, it's Wednesday. You want to be out there by 11 a.m. But the firehouse, up at the firehouse, they give all the pork sandwiches for free. And so we're going out Wednesday. We'll be out there Wednesday morning. We'll get out there
So
about
what you
10.
can do is if you go out the back way, you can go through Aladdin. It's a cool little town.
If you
and then go to Hewlett, and then if you want, you can go out to Devil's Tower. And then a lot of people, if they end up in
Sundance.
Sundance.
The Sundance will do the burnouts. Somebody said that it's like 6 o'clock at night, or they start the burnouts. So we've been at the bar, and we haven't been there this year yet. But if you haven't been to Sundance, just go in the bar and you can see all the black strips from when they used to do it. They used to do the burn. Now they do them in the street on a platform. So we've been out there and seen the burnouts before, but it's neat just to go out to Sundance and check it out.
Buzzable Rides, hi there. We're glad to bring you all the updates.
You guys actually see it live.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks. Well, we're trying to promote the VFW and get people to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. He's the Navy.
There you go.
Thanks for
Thanks.
your service. Army.
There you
All
go.
right. Thanks a lot.
Have you guys been over to the swimming pool bar?
We've never been to that.
And been to Beulah, all right? All right,
Beulah.
straight up I-90.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. There's a Beulah state line turn off. You go down in the little bitty sleepy town of Beulah. They got a big bar there that's famous for calf fries
Okay.
and steaks and cute waitresses, and it's a cool bar. It's been there a long
Should you bring your
time.
swimsuit? She says it's got
Yeah,
swimming
they
pool.
have an outdoor area, and they fill up a waiting or a pool that comes up to
Yeah.
here, and the bars in the pool.
Oh, cool.
Social distancing, I'll give you
All
a
right.
Alrighty.
Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's good watching you guys. I'll
Oh,
keep
thanks.
watching.
All right.
I'll subscribe later.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Don't forget. Thank you. Thanks for
Alrighty.
your service.
Thank you guys.
All right, so we met some more fans here, some
subscribers.
followers, and we do appreciate that. We appreciate our followers. These guys here were vets. We appreciate our vets. One was Navy and one was Army. So we met a whole bunch of Marines the other day, so we're starting to see most of them.
So Dave Satterley says his mom's cousin owns the Nemo Guest Ranch place. Stop by for some chow and good times. We have stopped by there. I think that's the Branding Iron, because somebody else said the Guest Ranch, and I said, well, we've been out to the Branding Iron. They said it was the same place. So yeah, nice people. We did a video on them. Big Johnson says he's on his way out here Tuesday, so have a safe ride out here. Be careful, and we'll see you when you get out here, Big Johnson. And Buzzable Rides, Nemo Ranch is great. Yes, we've been out there. Madara. lived across from the pond in the UK. Well, thanks a lot. They're over there too. And
Gotta plug the phone in.
oh.
So it looks like we had an earthquake. It was just the phone being plugged in. Which
Yeah,
now,
we went sideways.
now it doesn't want to. Now it doesn't want to sit right. We'll figure out this phone and try to figure out how we can make it go landscape, but we haven't figured that out yet. We should have
So
brought the
got
computer.
me, not you. Yeah, we
Give
could
it a
have.
minute. There we go.
Okay.
It's better, not perfect. So there's a lot of neat things going on out here in Sturgis. We got a really good crowd. People seem to be having a lot of fun. We're going to try to get out. We're going up to Rapid City today to the Harley dealer to see Adam Sandoval. If any of you have checked him out, he's actually broke 2 world records. First one he broke over a 2-year period. He traveled to all the Harley Davidsons in the continent of the United States. And we helped him last year in October to break the world record of the most Harley Davidsons in a parade. We took it from Greece. How the heck did they ever get that many motorcycles in a parade? We had 3,794, if I remember the number right. And he's going to be up at the Ciro booth today, and we're going to go up there and check out with him because it's been a while. We helped him a lot with the campground. He's got a campground that he donates camping spots for 3 days for veterans. You can stay in one of his cabins, you can stay at his full hookups, or you can bring your tent out there. It's out in Moyer, Oklahoma, and K River. That's the name of his campground. K River Campground. If you guys are ever out that way, great campground. We were there during the rally that he had for the to break the world record, and then we went out a couple of weeks before and helped him do some electrical work and plumbing work to help get the campground up and going for him.
So Matarot, there's places out here. If you're coming from the UK, you can either, like someone said down here, you can ship your bike over here. But there's a lot of places. I know we've seen people like from Germany and France, and they all come over here and they do it like a tour. And there are a lot of places that will rent you bikes. So if you wanted to just come to Sturgis and stay here and rent a bike, I'm sure you would have to do it early. Go out to Black Hills Harley, call them and see if you can make reservations when you want to come out. If you do it during the rally, they'll probably book early. So if you want to come any other time, you can probably get it on the spur of the moment.
There's a lot of deals like that. There's an airport right here in Rapid City that flies in. We see it in Arizona. We actually live right outside of Oatman, Arizona, right off the Route 66. It's an alternate road to ride on, the Kingman to Oatman road. Oatman's an old western town. It's got burros in there that are wild, left over from the miners. So we have a lot of bike tour groups that come through there during the winter and the summer, and which are kind of exciting. So you can definitely check out Eagle Riders is another group that rents out motorcycles. So there's a possibility. We talk about it on the video tomorrow that there's the company that will bring your bike out here. We had thought about that a few times. I thought she was going to say about us going over to Europe or someplace and riding a bike. Right now, we couldn't afford to haul our motorcycle or even fly over to another country and ride. We'd like to do Hawaii someday, and we're not even sure if I can afford to rent the bike and fly over there for that. So right now, we're sticking to the continental U.S. If Canada opens back up, I don't know if they do motorcycle rallies up in Canada or not.
I'll have to check it out.
That'd be interesting. I like Canada. We've been into a little bit of it. We were planning on going up to Vancouver and stuff this year when we went up to Washington State. But of course, they're kind of locked down all up there, so that trip's out of the question for this year.
So Jerry Yu says hello from Florida, and he says he loves our vets, and so do we. We're very appreciative of our vets. Wasn't for our vets, we wouldn't have our freedoms and our liberties that we have today, and can't thank them enough. Leo Hadaway, a shout out from Chesapeake Bay. So hello, Leo.
So it's pretty exciting here. Sturgis, there's a lot of things going on. We were going to go out last night and watch the motorcycle races, but if you know anything about the weather we have here, there was a 15% chance of rain, and it poured down rain. And
For
so
20 minutes.
Yeah, but it made the fields all muddy, and I don't know if they ended up starting back up. We went ahead and went back to the RV, and I did some editing, got today's video ready to go out. And so hopefully tonight there's another night. I'm hoping, I think today they were supposed to start doing the hill climbing out there. It's the Jack Pines
Gypsies.
Gypsies is the motorcycle group that started Sturgis. Without them, there would be no Sturgis. Motorcycle rally, that is. The town would probably be here, but if any of you seen the video when we first started filming, we got to this town, this is a little sleepy town. There's not a whole lot going on in here when there's nothing going on, but they have a lot of events here. They have, I think when we leave, they got a Mustang rally going on here. People bringing their cars, not the horses. I think they used to have a PT Cruiser one. I don't know if there's still PT Cruisers around or not, but I know they
have a lot of car shows out here too.
Yeah, so that's another popular place that they have out here. And of course you got Mount Rushmore. If you ever get a chance, you've never been to the Black Hills, you have to experience this. This is just priceless.
Up here.
There's no place like this.
RN RV Chronicles says she loves our vets also, or he loves our vets, and he says hi to us. So, hi RN RV Chronicles.
So make sure you're subscribing. You know, help us get to that 5,000 by the end of the week. Show us that you care. And also on the video here, if you click the little box, if you're on your phone, you can go down and you can hit the little thumbs up. That gives us a little credit. We don't get much credit for a live feed. It gives us hours, but doesn't do much more for us. But if you give us a like and things like that, it helps with our feed to give us more popularity when people are looking for us. I kind of noticed two of our videos were showing up if you just typed in Sturgis 2020. And then last night when I looked, we dropped off. We're down at the very bottom now. So we've kind of lost our momentum of being popular, which is kind of sad. But we'll work on the video.
We've still got a lot of followers. But,
which I do appreciate that. I appreciate all of our followers. You know, some videos, I got one video that's almost up to 150,000 views. Crazy. You know, we got a lot of them that are 16,000, 10,000, 3,000. Those are great. You can go back to some of our beginning videos that were 150, 40. So, you know.
We were excited we had 100 views.
Yeah. I can remember when we broke 100 subscribers, we thought that was great. And when we broke 500, my grandson, he's on one of our followers, Landon. So if Landon's watching, thumbs up to Landon. He's our one of our #1 supporters for our YouTube channel. He always says that we got way more supporters than any of his friends in school. So now we're blowing them away because these young kids we talked to, we did an interview, which it'll be tomorrow, with in front of Domino's. There's 2 young kids there, which is really very neat out here. You see a lot of young kids working. I don't know where we ate yesterday, and I seen this little boy. Oh, I guess it was at American and Proud. Is it American?
Loud American.
Loud American. This little boy comes out, looks like he's like 13 years old, bussing tables. And a lot of times you find out it's a relative or it's a neighbor, like these kids we talked to yesterday at Domino's. They were neighbors to the guy that owns the Domino's. So they have a little shop out front where they're selling slices and tea and
lemonade
and soda and stuff there. And to me it's great pride to see these young kids taking that initiative to work in America. You know, that's what America's about. You know, I had a paper route when I was 8 years old, cutting lawns, did all that. My brother did that. You know, we've always worked. And I think that's a good ethic to get these kids off of these computers and get them off of their phones all the time. Get them out here and do some of this good stuff. Let them learn a little bit about how to make a little bit of money.
So Pause and Effect says, hey guys, and they're enjoying seeing Sturgis. I'm glad you're watching us, and see our friends on Ron and Caroline say hi.
Yep.
So hi
Pause and Effect is ones we've met through Mr. Johnny, 25. So, you know, you make a lot of good friends when you go to some of these viewer parties. We've had some that we do on our camping side, and then we do some on, this one here is building up new friends and getting good information on how to grow your YouTube channel. So that's what Mr. Johnny 25 is, and that's how we met Pause and Effect. There's a couple other people that follow us on a regular basis that we met from that group too. So you really meet a lot of new friends off of these YouTube channels.
Ronnie Pickens. I don't get it, but I'm blonde, so he says, just a joke. I don't know. You have to read it. Joke. We got prospectors surrounding natives. Native. I don't know. I don't get it. Mark Bryman says, I made a channel just to thank you. Appreciate the time you spend. You guys are great. Definitely putting out the work for you in Rhode Island. Well, thank Mark. We appreciate you.
Thumbs up to Rhode Island.
Yep. And we appreciate all you guys. You don't know how much, you know, this is a lot of fun for us, and we enjoy sharing all of our adventures with you guys. And if it wasn't for you guys, we probably wouldn't be able to do this, because if nobody watches, it's no fun making them.
Yeah, this is really exciting, you know, especially meeting people. We met an older couple the other day. We were at Louis out here on the other side of Deadwood, and I was just kind of just passing out some cards,
Kim and Lori.
and went up and talked to them. They were so excited. He looked at us like we were some kind of movie stars. It was just overwhelming, and I'm like, you know, we're just ordinary people. There's nothing special about us. We've been married a long time, got kids, got grandkids, we're retired, we both worked all of our careers, so, you know, we're just like you. And so there's nothing really special about us, but we wanted to go through here and tell our story and show things. We know you're not really interested really in our personal life and all that kind of good stuff, but so we wanted to make a videos that would help people and show them what's going on. And I think I finally found, they always say you need to find your glitch. Niche glitch in YouTube, and I think that's what it is. I think it is giving people information about bikes and the biker community
And entertaining you.
Yeah, showing you things. People think we're funny at times. Sometimes my mind works. Sometimes my mind works a lot faster than my mouth goes. So it ends up saying, somebody got me the other day for saying deers with an S instead of this, a lot of deer. And I know better, and then they caught us, which people here, lead. If you've seen the word L-E-A-D, how would you pronounce that? You know, we're originally from Missouri, and there's lead mines. So we said on the video, lead. And I knew better that in the past it was lead. And somebody wrote, it's L-E-E-D, not L-E-D. Well, I don't know. I didn't know L-E-D was lead. Lead is L-E-A-D. That's what I learned in school. Maybe it's the new math. It's the
new English.
Yeah. So I don't always pronounce all my words perfectly. I have the bad thing.
We're not grammatically correct.
Yeah. So
we're not politically correct either.
Yeah. So we try. I don't script any of this. Some of the stuff that we do that you watched before, that we have the green screen up and we're at home, I use an easel board up and put our highlights of what we want to talk about, so it keeps me on track. Because anybody that actually knows me, I can go on and on and on, and I jump around a lot. So if I stay on track, you'll get me. And
Believe it or not, he never used to talk. I think he's making up for it now. Tweet Chris 46. Definitely found your niche. Your videos are very informative. We've been fun and easy to watch. You guys are great. Thanks, Tweet Chair 46. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We thank all of our subscribers. We thank all of our viewers. Even though you haven't subscribed yet, but we wish you would. If you would subscribe, you really help us out. You know, you do make a little bit of money off of YouTube. People say, how much? You know, we're looking at pennies per view. And I'm making absolutely nothing off a live feed. There's no money to be made on a live feed. By giving you the likes, also people watching, you help us with our ranking, which gets us to where more people watch our videos. So if you watch the commercial, people don't understand how YouTube works. If you actually watch all them stupid commercials that they put in front of us, that's how we get some money. If you watch those commercials, I get pennies. If you don't watch the commercial and you click out at the 5 seconds, I get about a half cent for you to watch my video. So some people say, you know, how they want to know how it works. I had somebody the other day say you should.
We're not doing it for the money.
Yeah, the money, which right now we are making some money, which is shocking. And we're not getting it yet because we have to wait till we get home and we have to notify that we have an address and live somewhere. So I don't know when we'll get that money. But right now we are, because a lot of you are watching a lot of the videos, and we're going to get a few $100s. And that was our original goal when we got in this. We thought if we could make a couple $100 a month, that would help with the gas in our truck. We have a 2018 F-250 4x4 diesel that pulls our RV, and it sucks some gas. So a little bit of that gas money will help traveling across. We've just got our retirement money that we're living on right now, and we have no other jobs that we do. So that's what kind of pays, and we have to watch our money. And so when we start planning our trips out, if there's a trip in, that we have to go down to, let's say, Daytona, and then the next week it's up in Washington State has one, we probably won't be able to do it because we just wouldn't be able to afford to travel. With the gas, we couldn't afford it in a monthly time. So when rallies are month to month and they're halfway close, we won't have too much trouble catching up with them. The ones on the West Coast aren't a problem because they're not that far from us. But like going over to Arkansas or down to Texas or even to Florida, it gets pretty expensive. We spent quite a bit of money going down to Florida in January, which we have a video about that.
Les says hello. He heard we were from Missouri. He's from Springfield, Missouri. We're from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep, we
So,
actually
a little
lived
up
in
north.
Washington, Missouri. We raised our kids there. We're originally from the other side of the river, on Illinois side. We are born and bred in Belleville, Illinois. Went to high school there. We are high school sweethearts. Been married, be 41 years this year.
Yeah.
Just in a few months.
In a few
in a
weeks.
month. Yeah, see, a few weeks.
Blue Wave Odyssey's on. So
There
hi
we go.
Dave, how are you? We watched him quite a bit. He helped us grow too.
Yep.
And
We missed your live streams that you had.
Yeah.
You really helped us get us going on the YouTube thing, and we do appreciate that. And glad you stopped in. This is our first real live stream, so it's kind of rough. We've got the
We had a
camera.
rough start.
We got the camera going the wrong way. We couldn't get landscape. Yesterday I got landscape when I was just talking on the street, but today it's not cooperating. So
If you can give us some pointers, let us know.
Yeah.
Write us, Dave, okay? John Porter says, hey, how y'all doing? We're doing great. We're having a good time. We're really happy to meet all of you guys. We're seeing you on the street. And, you know, if you see us, stop and say hi. We don't mind. So it's great to see you.
So today I've got my shirt on. Let me put the camera down. I don't normally wear this. We do sell t-shirts.
We make a couple pennies on that, too.
Yeah. It's coming in focus. We're waiting for the other camera to come in, for her phone to come in. I don't know if it's going to work or
You
not.
have to stand up. Oh,
I was showing my
your shoulder. There you go.
It's quite a delay for us to see it on her phone. So I had the phone turned around the other way, but of course that didn't work at all.
Oh, Jerry, you said him and his wife got married in Dupo, Illinois, 49 years ago.
My brother lived in Dupo for a long time, and actually my nephew and his family live in Dupo. He actually works for Sawjay.
Move your head a little bit. You got your blocking your light.
Wrong way. We're watching the slow delay. Maybe if we just turn it sideways. We got a nasty glare. That's better. There you go. Should have left it like that to start with.
I guess.
Nope, now you're
Now
cut
I'm
off.
coming.
You need to sit up straight. We don't have we're going to be getting a better tripod. I was thinking I could use something else that I have. I have a gimbal, and I was hoping to use the gimbal, but I found out that would have to be turned on, and the gimbal is my DJI, and it'll go into video mode. It won't go into live streaming. So that didn't work. So
Jax Teller says, have you all seen Antifa there yet? Nope.
no Antifa.
Don't think they're coming.
We don't have any Antifa. We don't have. We're way off.
No
don't see anybody.
protesters. Nothing. Just a bunch of
Hikers.
good down-home people.
There you are.
D. Punall. Great videos. Can you pan the surroundings again? Thanks.
Yes, we can.
If
If I don't kill somebody. If I don't kill anybody, I can unplug it probably. There we go.
There,
I can see it from the back.
All right.
Now I can see it.
Oh, Jerry, you wants to know your brother's first name.
Bill.
Bill. Well, you have to tell me. You got to speak.
Oh, Bill's my brother's name. And my nephew is Chris. Alright, so that was the pan. Took you into the bar. Show you that there's a bar here. And if you're in Sturgis, anyone's welcome at the bar during Bike Week. Let's see if we're anywhere to be seen here. I'm here.
So, Monica W, hi.
Sorry for the lights behind us.
Yeah.
I had to find a place that had a plug because we have older phones and it wouldn't last very long without plugging them in.
So, hi, Monica W. We'll try to get some more pan shots of down Main Street. It's busy already, so I think it's going to be a great rally. Ron Pickens said sorry. I don't know.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Give us that like button. Remember about our challenge. If we get 5,000 subscribers before the end of the rally, we're going to do all the major motorcycle events next year, as soon as everything starts to open up. Any come open the end of the year, we'll be out there for that. We're actually looking at maybe going to the Mexico one. We have a planned trip to go down into Baja next year, the first of the year, so we may be able to hit that one that's down there. That's a crazy one. I heard that's actually bigger than Sturgis, so we were told by somebody that's not a biker. So I'm not sure if it really is that big, but it's not that far across the border from Arizona. So we're thinking about going down and checking that one out and see what's going on there. So that'll be our first out of the country motorcycle event.
We're down Mexico.
No,
Sorry.
did anybody ever ask if they have motorcycle rallies in Canada?
Oh, no one ever answered. Is any of our Canadian friends on? Do they have motorcycle rallies up there in Canada? It'd probably have to be during the summer, too.
I know like one guy said in Alaska, it's actually warmer there in January and February in
Yeah.
Alaska than it is here. We've never been to Alaska either, but I don't think there's no motorcycle rallies in Alaska.
So thank you, Monica W. She said she's been sharing our channel with all of her friends. Thanks for sharing. Share with your friends and family, and make sure they subscribe, please.
And it's been really going good. We talked to people yesterday out here. We did the live feed telling everybody about new subscribers. We gained about 100 subscribers over the night, so thumbs up to all you guys. We do appreciate all that, and we want to keep giving you good content, giving you things you want to see.
If there's something you want to see that we haven't gone to yet, let us know in the comments, and we'll try to get to it. We'll do our best to find out where it's at and check it out anywhere along out here in the Black Hills.
Also, we're going to, for those, I said it when it first started, we're going to be staying in here all the way into September, and we're going to be showing some of the other things out here to do. We've got some interviews set up with some of the bigger event places, a couple places in Deadwood that are still going to be open year-round. We're going to be talking to them. So we also got there's an Air Force Museum outside of Rapid City, which is actually free to go to. Had several people suggest we go to that. I just didn't think it was enough time for Sturgis. There's a lot of people come out here just for 4 or 5 days, and there's not a lot of time to see a lot of the extra tourist things. So we want to get out and show you some of those neat things. Rapid City's actually got bronze statues all over the city of all 50 presidents, or 45 presidents, I guess now. All the presidents are out there. We haven't found Donald Trump yet, but we're still looking for all the. We've seen a handful of them, so we're gonna try stopping at Rapid City City Hall or the Chamber and get a map of where all those guys are at. And I won't show you all of them, but we'll show you a few of them. I've already recorded 4 or 5 of them that we've been able to stumble over. But it's kind of neat. They've got them posed different ways, and it's kind of neat to see. We did Dinosaur Park. That was free. Check out. They've also got, we've got it in Arizona. It's called Bearzilla. Here it's called Bear Country. You can go out and see the baby bears and drive your car through it and then walk through the little zoo area. We've never done that, either one. But you can see it from the road. We've seen the baby bears the other day. They were all out there in the evening when we came home late. And there's lots of deer out here. When we went out to Hewlett, we were coming back late around 7:38. We probably seen close to 1,000 deer all over the road. We only had 2 run in front of us. But you really, if you're riding out here in the early morning or nights on your motorcycle, even in your car, watch out for them because they'll just pop up from nowhere. And like the buck, he just kind of strolled across the road right in front of us.
Well, they hop like bunnies. I never really realized how much they hop like that, but he just was like, he was huge. He had big old antlers and just hopping all over the place. They're so graceful. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So Mike Neese or Mike Ness, I'm not sure if I said that right, wanted to know if we went to the Lita Ford concert. No, we don't really have any concerts scheduled.
Yeah, we don't have any concerts scheduled. With the Buffalo chip, you could either buy this is their pre-rally, or the prices they have right now. They may have changed since yesterday. But I mean, it was $400 for a wristband for each one of us to be able to see all the concerts, or it's $75 a night to see a concert. So we've done the Buffalo Chip before, seen Kid Rock and REO Speedwagon, and we'd seen some years back, but for our budget, I really can't justify the $150. I would have liked to have seen Lita Ford. I think she was one of the Runaways, and that would have been neat to see her.
That was
But
one of his bands back in the day.
yeah.
He liked those girl bands.
yeah, don't know why.
I
So,
don't either.
that would have been neat to go to. Full Throttle, we usually go to the Full Throttle. What's nice about Full Throttle is if you get there before 6 o'clock at night, the concerts are free. But I mean, they had Kurt Ford the other night. I think tonight is Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And never was a big Kenny Wayne Shepherd fan. He's had a couple good hits out there, but not for free I probably would have seen him. But they're saying out at the Full Throttle, there was a couple we talked to that's behind us. They were out yesterday, and they said their house band that was inside the bar was just excellent. They were playing great cover songs. They sounded good, and that's what's good about a cover band. If you get a cover band, it makes the song sound like the original artist. It's just like seeing the Riddle. They used to have last year, and a lot of people have talked about this, the Full Throttle had this band that was a tribute band for ZZ Top. These three guys look just like them. Well, somebody had told us that we'd seen them out there, and I said, nah, it's a tribute band, because they were playing at the bar, not out at the big stage. And these guys were playing, and I'm like, Cam says, oh, that's ZZ Top. I'm like, no, that's some tribute band. Well, then we got back talking to somebody in town, and they said, oh, did you see ZZ Top on their little band? They love this Full Throttle. They hang out during the night. They go up there and play 2 or 3 songs and sit down. So then we were out there for Jackal on a Thursday night, and they were in there playing again. I took pictures of them and video. I never posted any of that stuff. But I said, it's ZZ Top. Well, then somebody this year told me it's a tribute band, and they showed me where they are. They're the #1 tribute band for ZZ Top. And like I said, they looked like them and sounded like them. It was just, it fooled us. So it wasn't ZZ Top.
It wasn't. We did go to Custer State Park. It is fabulous. We've been a couple of times and got to see the herds. I think he did put a video up of that
there
one.
is a video up of Custer State Park. It's one of the first ones that we did during the rally. And we got to see the herd sitting on the right side of the road. We first came in, there was half the herd was there. And then when you make that loop, there's that little, it's kind of like a ranger station. There's some bathrooms there, I think a couple picnic tables and a little parking lot. And that's the best place if you're going through there. That's the best place to stop and talk to the rangers. They know where the bisons are at. Because actually, in the United States, we learned the hard way last year from when we went to a bison farm that there is no such thing as a buffalo. Buffaloes were, the word came from Europe when the French came over here and they seen the buffalo. They heard them making that sound, buff, buff. They kind of puff like that. So that's how the word buffalo came out. But they are actually bison, which I didn't know. We were informed that. So really, you're not seeing the buffalo, you're seeing the bison.
People correct us a lot.
Yeah. So this one wasn't a video that told us about the bison. So we try to always say bison, buffalo. Buffaloes is, you can look up in the dictionary, it talks about buffalo, but I guess there's a place that's called Terry Bison's Ranch in Cheyenne, Wyoming. If you ever get a chance, it's worth stopping by there. They sell bison meat. They also have the big ranch. They'll actually take you out on these steel wagons where you can actually feed the bison. Because when you're in Custer, you don't want to touch the bison. They will gore you. They will trample you. They're wild animals. Somebody I think just a while back got gored up there in Yellowstone, thinking that they're cute and cuddly. Well, they're big old animals. They weigh a lot, and they're very protective of their herd and their babies. So they're you look at, if you watch the video, we get very close on the motorcycle, and I get very close when I walk. But I've done a lot of research. But
they said to take this case away from you. You keep clicking it.
Is it getting too loud? It's my glass case. I used to tap my foot a lot, and now you move the camera.
You can't sit still.
Now we've done it.
I don't know. We've been on an hour and a half.
No, I said 3 hours originally. You still got people watching.
You said 3 hours?
No, I said 2 hours.
Oh.
You're kind of cut off again. Well, I don't know. So, is anybody even here at Sturgis, or all of you watching from a distance? I didn't see anybody say they were actually here in Sturgis.
Our real
The
life
table
escape.
behind us, they were here, which I guess you
Very
see.
nervous getting close on a bike.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's
let me tell you a story. The first time we came up here 10 years ago, I just had foot surgery, so I was on crutches. So we go up to Custer State Park. We find the herd of bison. We're in the middle of the herd. We're on this little chat road. So Bob's off. He's taking pictures of all the bison, and the big ones start snorting, and they're gonna move, and they're all coming toward me, and I'm sitting on the bike and I'm yelling, "Come get me, they're coming," and they ran toward the bike, and then they all split and went around.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "They're not gonna hurt
They're not going to run into the bike.
Oy.
'Cause she sat still, and that's what you have to do with the bison is you have to not move quickly. You don't want to, you know what that is. I get pretty close. If you look at some of the video on the bison on Custard Park, I get pretty close. I'm within about 5 feet of them. And you just got to move slowly. If they start making any kind of noise, you slowly move back. It's just like a snake. You know, you see a snake, you don't want to jump too fast because that scares them off and they'll strike you. Well, all animals are that way. You got to be cautious. Give them their respect, and they won't hurt you. And I've been chased off several times over the years by the rangers, telling me I got too close, and that's okay. That's their job. And but I've never had any come at us.
Mike Neese, whoops, we got a couple. Mike Neese is in Iowa, and Robert Ian says hi. Monica W is in Tennessee. Ronnie Pickens is in Oklahoma. Our real life escape is watching from home, wherever that is. Robert Ian's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And Mike Neese says, when they start wagging their tails, you're headed for trouble. That or snorting, yeah. When they snort, they
grunt,
say move.
Well, they grunt and they use their front paw and they scratch kind of like a bull. And we've seen some kids, wasn't kids, they were college kids. Several years ago, there was a big old bull laying in the woods. You could see him. He was probably, I don't know, 50 yards, 50 feet or so. I don't know. I'm not good at judging. He wasn't too far from the road. And these two kids are out there trying to surround it. So we're like, a whole bunch of people stop, and we're on our motorcycle, so we stop. And it's like, we're going to watch these fools. And they get pretty close. Well, when he stood up, he was monster. This thing must have been 6 foot tall from his head down. And they ran, and luckily they got away because he tried to charge them. And it was in a wooded area, so there was trees down, and the bull didn't go very far. But I mean, I bet you those boys had to clean their undies out after they got done with that one. They learned a good lesson. You don't play with
Bison.
yeah, wild animals. So don't forget to subscribe. We need subscribers. Help us get to our goal that we're trying to get at the end of the week, which is the 5,000. And our part is, if we get to that by Sunday, we will make the mission to visit and broadcast all the biker rallies in the United States. And we're going to be following Speed Performance Plus. If you watch the video on them, I had a sole video on them. They've done such great work for me over the years. They warranted some stuff that wasn't even bought from them. So I'm sold. But after he told the story about his family, and I didn't know all that. I didn't know they were 4 generations, and their grandpa actually helped start what's in Hewlett. He was in one of the motorcycle groups that were involved with Hewlett Days.
The BRBs.
Yeah, so that was really, it was really exciting. That's why I kind of gave him a whole video just on him and his brother and his son. And his dad and his grandpa were, pioneers in the biker community. That's really, really neat to learn that. And like I say, if you watch the video that we did on Hewlett, we got to talk to Tom. He knew a lot of history about Hewlett and how that all worked out and stuff. And that's really neat. That's something that I like to hear. You see a biker rally, you come out here, you ride the bikes, you ride the hills, and you go home. But I mean, to learn something here about what started all this. We've talked to a few of the Native Americans, but we haven't got any of them on camera yet. But I mean, this was their ground back in the day. And, during the Civil Cavalry and making them growing across America, they sold some of the property and stuff here. And so that's a whole nother story. And
so Nate Letcher says they'll be at the Chip on Monday, that he likes our videos and they're very helpful, and he hopes to run into us out there. So Monday, I'm not sure where we'll be. I don't think we have any plans for Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday.
Monday we got to go. We got a mailbox here, and we got to go get more business cards. We've given away
And stickers.
about 1,500 1,500 or so business cards and stickers. We have stickers, so if you come to us and tell us you are a follower, we'll give you stickers until they're gone. But I have
There you go.
another box of them coming that we should be getting Monday. So we got to go on to Rapid City and pick those up sometime Monday. We got to get a hold of them and find out. And we got brand new business cards.
Mitch Lavoya from Texas. He says, fun videos, keep it coming. We'll keep trying for you. Robert Ian in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Arkansas Blues, Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. I heard they're canceled it this year, and next year we're going to try to go to that. So, and D. DePaul, Que Pasa Cantina in Rapid City. We'll have to check them out. I don't know where that's at. If you got an address, you can type it in there, and we'll see if we can get to it. 69 Fairlane. Isn't your job not to get too close to the bison? Ranger shouldn't have to tell you to do that if you're too close. Stupid is as stupid does, Monica W. says. Yeah, some people don't have enough brains. Brad and Sharon Elmo from Golden Valley, MN. Is that Minnesota?
Yeah, I think so.
So they were just there on their three-wheeler rally in Deadwood 3 weeks ago.
That's kind of exciting.
Yes.
They just had the rodeo the week. We were out there videotaped Deadwood the first time, and that was when the rodeo was coming in. We stayed away from the rodeo because they said it's crazy in Deadwood during the rodeo, but somebody ended up telling us it really wasn't that bad. So we didn't really show up while they had rodeo. They had a full-blown rodeo. Everybody came out. Had a great show. We heard a lot of talk about it. I mean, out here, if you've got a four-wheeler, or you got an ATV, or you got a Razor, whatever it is, this is the country. We just talked to a guy. What did he say the road was called? It was so steep. It was the incline.
Custer's Peak.
So if you come out here, look for Custer's Peak. But you get these maps, and there's lots of gravel roads. So it's tough for riding a motorcycle, but it's great for a four-wheeler, or even a four-wheel drive truck, or three, whatever you've got. To bring it out here, and you can ride for weeks. And also out here for the winter people around Deadwood and stuff, it's big snowmobile country. They do a lot of snowmobile riding and stuff. We used to live up around Chicago, which used to drive through fields on snowmobiles. So they got a lot of different things to do out here in the Black Hills.
And the weather, Mike Neese said the weather sounds great. It's been really nice. We've only had 2 days of rain. Other than that, we've been riding everywhere on the bike, so it's been great. Peter says it's still their ground. I'm assuming he's talking about the bison. That's correct. Haven't seen any teepees. There's been a teepee hotels that we've seen. Teepees.
Yeah, there was some place we went by, which I don't even know where that was
by
at.
Hewlett, out by that
That
way?
they had teepees that you could stay in. They have those out in California, and on the Route 66, there's a few places that you can rent teepees and stay in them.
It's kind of like a motel.
There's a
room, but
lot
it's
of
big teepee.
helicopter places out there. We didn't record it yesterday, but Buffalo Chip has got a helicopter will take you up. Did they tell you $125
Yeah, I think
a
it's
person? Which didn't sound too awful bad because we were over in Keystone, and for $49 a person, they took you straight up and straight down. So we didn't even ask. Some people have asked us to kind of look into that. We'll probably take a look at that after the rally, because I figure most bikers, you might have a lot extra money, but I figured that would probably be anywhere from $150 to $250 a piece to fly, around Mount Rushmore, and they take you out Mount Rushmore, and they got a couple different patterns that they'll take you out.
Needles.
Yeah, you go over the Needles Highway, and what's bad about Needles Highway and Iron Mountain is because the roads are so curvy, and if you're the motorcycle rider, you really can't be looking at anything. You got to really watch the road. That's the problem we have out here with cars and motorcycles. We almost got picked off on Needles Highway, and this is before the rally ever started. Guy come over in our lane, he had his window down, I yelled at him, and he just didn't even act like he seen me. And then we've heard a few motorcycles that are drifting over the line. There's a lot of guys that are hugging that yellow line when they're making the curve, inside curve. And if somebody's over that line, it's a head-on collision. So if you're the rider, you're the driver, you need to pay attention to those curvy roads and do it. There's a lot of turnoffs. Take those turnoffs and stop and take a look at what's going on. We just stopped a few minutes. If you watch the video of us going through, showing you the presidents heads through Iron Mountain, you could see there's a lot of places. We didn't stop at them all because I've got to do so much videotaping to get you guys the video at the end of the day. But I mean, you could spend all day in Custard State Park. looking at all the stuff, and you could do because they had a visitor center. We didn't even hit that. There's so much stuff to see that you could spend days. You could go on Iron Mountain and spend a whole day there. You know, Iron Mountain's also got a little restaurant that's, what's that called where we stopped? Iron Mountain, where the accident was at. It's a town. Spokane Resort. They've got a campground, a store. They even got a gas station there. And we did a video on that. It's one of our videos when we were doing, I think, Custard State Park and did Iron Mountain. But Iron Mountain, you need to watch our video because you want to go a certain way on Iron Mountain. If you go the wrong way, you won't get to see the presidents twice when you're coming through the 2 tunnels. And these tunnels aren't man-made. These are rocks that they cut out to go through. The Needles Highway is actually, that's why they call it. It's threading the needle through the same. I don't even know how cars fit through there. They give you a warning before you go that I
think it's only 9 foot wide or 8 foot wide and 9 foot tall. It's not very big.
Yeah, we've seen a few trucks turn around, and before going through, I wouldn't take a car through it. You know, if I had a Yugo or what's that little car?
A Fiat, those Mini Coopers.
Yeah, Mini Coopers. I'd probably take one of those through there. I'd feel confident.
Brad and Sharon Elmore, they said great live chat, and they've just subscribed. So thank you, Brad and Sharon.
Thank you.
Robert Ian says he's going to get his motorcycle license, and he looks forward to seeing us at the Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
There we go. That should be a good time. We are, since we're from the Midwest, we are barbecue people. And nothing wrong with a lot of the states. But I mean, when we went to California and we lived there for a very short time, their barbecue comes out of a ketchup bottle. And we're used to the barbecue that is barbecued as it's cooking. It gets into the meat. We want to taste the barbecue. That's what it's about. She can actually drink the barbecue sauce I make out of my bottle I make.
Yeah.
And that's how we've always made it. And that's how Mississippi, Louisiana, a lot of the places that we like the barbecue. We like that barbecue soaked in. Yeah, we found some great places in Texas for barbecue. We even ate there, I think, 3 days in a row. And she's got a cousin down there, and she goes, we want to go to the barbecue place. And we're like, well, we were just there, but we'll do it again. So we ate there that night.
We can eat it probably 7 days a week.
Yeah, for morning,
3
breakfast,
times a day.
yeah. So good barbecue we can eat. Smoked meat is a different thing. That's a different thing.
It's good, but
It's not barbecue. So yes, so we're kind of excited to go there. It's a place I kind of always thought about, but now if this works out, then I got a mission. It's kind of like a job. I got to go do it.
So Mike Nee says, too bad Bedrock City is gone in Custer. I didn't know there was a Bedrock City there, but he said that Dino statue is still there. There's a Bedrock City that they just closed up that was
in Arizona.
Yeah, in Flagstaff, outside of Williams, I guess.
We'll have to look for the Dino. We've seen a couple things have closed. They had a Geronimo that was by our campground that is closed. And then they had a thing that had like all the president's heads and stuff in it. It's closed and it's for sale. And then they've got a hall in Rapid City that I think it's the same hall that they signed the Declaration of Independence in. And that's been
Founders something or other.
Yeah, Founders Hall, I think is what it is. It's been closed the whole time we've been here. I thought it was going to open at least for the rally, but there was a poor old guy we seen sitting out because it's all gated off. You can't get in. It's chained off. And they got flags out front, and it's real nice looking, and it's got the Liberty Bell out front, a replica, of course. And she wanted to go in there and kind of check that out, but it's never open. There's a reptile place out here, which somebody says like going to the zoo. There's a Dinosaur Park. The Dinosaur Park we went to is free. It's up on top of the mountain. Once you see it, you see this giant dinosaur all the time. He's green, and we didn't never notice him until we went up there and seen it. But then when you're going through Rapid City, if you look up on the hill, you see this giant dinosaur. So look for that video. That was a freebie thing. She had to take a bathroom break. So that's where Tam went. And but yeah, we do appreciate all you guys hanging out and spending some time with us this morning. We've got 1:30 Mountain Time. We're going to be out at Black Hills Harley, Rapid City. We're going to meet Adam Sandoval. He's one of the guys that we originally followed that does motorcycle. He does, he used to be tied in with Harley, did a lot of stuff with Harley Davidson. He's got some Indian now sponsors, and I think Tiger Law and Ciro. Ciro is kind of the takeoff from Karaoke. And some of the people left. The difference they say about Ciro, which we bought a few things from them, is that they're all motorcycle riders, and they all design what they're doing. So it's kind of neat to have people that are hands-on, but some of the people that started Karaoke went over to the Ciro and started it. Their stuff's all green, the trailers and all that stuff, where Karaoke's red. We've had some Karaoke stuff, and we bought some Ciro stuff. And they do have some little neat stuff, but right now I got that CVO, and there's not a whole lot that I need for my CVO anymore. But my locks just quit working on my luggage compartments on the side bags. Anybody knows anything about a CVO, the compartment, the main tour pack, it locks up. The ignition's locking up. When I hit it, I can hear it make a noise, but it's not locking the side boxes. I thought it was plugs, but I checked the plugs, they're all plugged in. So if anybody knows anything about the CVO, it's a 2014 CVO, my first new bike I ever bought, except for my Hondas. I used to ride Hondas years and years ago, about 40, he's probably 50 years ago. It was my first Honda. And I had a couple Hondas, had an Interstate, had a 750 Honda. Everybody liked that. But it was chain driven. And then my very first bike was a 100 XL Honda, which was a 200cc. And my dad put license plates on it because he wanted to ride it. And that got me when I was 14 years old. I used to drive on the highway all the time in the streets. And they never knew about it. Went out on the trails and just kept on going. So I've rode motorcycles for a long time. There was times when the kids were growing up, we didn't have a bike. And then we got bike as once they got old enough. I used to be our youngest daughter. Our oldest daughter used to ride with us, which I don't even know how they did it. I guess we were a lot skinnier then, but she'd actually sit between us on that 750 Honda, and we'd take her out for rides. And that's back when we lived in Illinois, and a long time ago.
And when we had the second one, it was like, there's no way we can fit 2 kids between us.
So I kind of sold the bike then. I traded it in for a conversion van back when conversion vans were big in the 80s. And we had that for a few years. And I sold cars I used to be an auto mechanic, had a retail business, and started selling cars and started selling motorcycles. So I had those to ride. I had some friends that had bikes that let me ride them during those times. And so then when we moved to California, I guess 18, 19 years ago, I bought my Honda Interstate, bought a used one, had that, had a lot of trouble with it. It ended up, I didn't know nothing about it. It was bought it from a dealer. The repairman that worked on it was carbureted, said it had over 300,000 miles on it. And actually we couldn't believe that we put almost 5,000 miles on that bike and didn't think I rode it at all. I traded that in on her Sportster that she had. She had a 1200 Sportster. And then I had gotten a 09.
9, I think.
Is that the first one? Was it 09?
No, the 90s.
No, it wasn't a 90. 01. It was an 01 Classic that I got out in Vegas. I always wanted a Harley and went into the Vegas store. They had a sale price on it. They had just cut the price down on it. It had low miles on it. And I rode it home in February, had nothing. We drove out there in a car, had to go to a Goodwill and got a really nice leather jacket. I bought a cheap helmet, and I still have the original Harley gloves I bought back then. I still wear them today. It's my winter gloves. And I rode over the mountain and back into California, and it got down to about 28 degrees through that ride. And I was not ready, didn't have boots, anything. So that was quite a adventure. And then we put about 50,000 miles on that bike. Never rode it to work. It was just out in California, you can ride year round. We rode 300-400 miles every Saturday and Sunday. So we were always out ahead. We joined the Hog Group. I met a lot of great people. That's how she started riding her bike, was the Hog Group that we had in Corona, California. We had more women riding than we had guys. Guys would stay at home and watch football games, and the women would be riding their own motorcycles in our group. So they talked her into taking the class, and she got the bike. So she got a 1200 Sportster. I think that was an 07, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was a serviceman. A Marine, got transferred overseas, and he brought it to the dealer and sold it. And we got a great deal on it. It had side bags, windshield, all that, loud exhaust. So she really liked that bike. She rode that for 40,000 miles, driving back and forth to work every day. And she rode it to Vegas once, which was 250 miles, and she rode it to Laughlin once, which was 250 miles. So she chugged it out on that 1200. And then she got her a Fat Boy Low. Got a 2014 Fat Boy Low.
That was my bike.
She loved that bike. She got that in October. Next day before Valentine's Day, somebody picked her off on the highway, sideswiped her, and took off, never stopped. Slid across the highway, totaled out the bike, skinned up both sides of her helmet. She had a full helmet on, and she survived. Had a shattered shoulder blade and 4 ribs. And how she didn't get run over by a car, nobody knows. So after that, she said it wasn't her fault. She still wanted to ride. We were going to try to get the bike fixed, and we ended up getting her a 14. No, it was newer than that.
14. Yours is a 14, mine's a 14.
Okay, 2014 Street Glide Special. So that's the one she rode all the way out here. We went all the way up the coast to California, which took us a long time, and we ended up going through Oregon, Idaho, through Yellowstone, and then to Sturgis. We rode 6 days from sunup to sundown. And she never complained the whole time, and only almost hit a guardrail once. It's me, her, and then my buddy that in California, Art.
Hi, Art.
Hopefully Art's watching, and he'd always be the backup guy. He'd get her backside for her, keep her safe, and we traveled all that way. And so right after that, she's had a lot of physical issues happen over these last few years, and so we had to sell her bike last year. So she's no longer able to ride. She's afraid. She's got some issues with her legs, and she's afraid she would drop the bike. And she's too scared now to ride. So she's got issues with, we don't think we could really have rode all the way here this year. So that's kind of why we got the RV.
Well, without stopping every 50 miles.
Yeah. So we're now hauling it in the RV. The other thing is, just like now, I got so many cameras and equipment, and if I've got the drone, which we don't have today because it's really windy out here, the drone in the box, we don't really have much room for anything else. So I don't know how, and that's not even counting my laptop and stuff like that we still got. So all the different stuff that I've got to bring to do the show is a lot already. Plus we have a place to edit. We have a satellite to get AT&T on the roof. And that gets me able to do it. We could actually do a stream from our RV, which we might try. I don't know. We kind of did this because we wanted to really get support the VFW today.
So Robert Ian says he just subscribed. Thank you, Ian. Monica W has to get going. She says, take care and be safe on the road. We sure will. I say a prayer every time before we get on the motorcycle that God gets us safely wherever we're going. Mike Nee says Bedrock City in South Dakota was one of the first ones opened in 1966. So that sounds pretty cool. Oh, they bulldozed it 2019.
It's like all good things. Just like up by us, by Reno, there used to be the Ponderosa Ranch from when people used to watch Bonanza. They got rid of all that. They were going to build condos and never did.
Davis Mavis, hello from West Virginia. He'll be leaving for Sturgis this afternoon, and he's pumped. So safe travels. Be aware of the road, and we'll see you when you get here, okay, Davis?
Stay away from the Indian reservations. Anything that is south of the Badlands is where they have a lot of restrictions at. You can go on to South Dakota Department of Transportation's website, and they'll show you the maps where the checkpoints are. We had a guy yesterday tell us he got through the checkpoints, but we've been told by several people that they've forced him to turn around and drive 150 miles out of the way. Now, if you're coming down Interstate 90, it's clear open because it's an interstate. But through the reservations, make sure you check it out. That you don't want to get halfway here and then find out you got a big detour to get around the reservations. So try to avoid the check stations for the reservations.
Cecile Miller says, nice channel, be safe and keep them coming. We sure will. As long as you guys are watching, we'll keep making them. Mike Neese says, on the west end of town, just west of the 16385 split. We were out that way. That's where it used to be, I guess, the Bedrock. Ronnie Pickens says there's a bike named Horse. Is there a bike named Horse?
Not that I know of. Boss Hoss, we just went and seen them. That video.
Tomorrow.
No, it would have been. Must have been today. It must be today's video. We talked to Boss Hoss. They're out here, and very interesting. They're a lot less expensive than I thought they were. So we're gonna find out a little bit more. They invited us. We were out there the first day. They hadn't opened yet. He was just setting up. We actually got to talk to the president. So check that out if you want to know a little bit about having a V8 between your legs.
Patrick P said get her a trike. I've ridden a trike. I don't really like trikes. I don't like the way they feel, but
to me, it's now the Boss Hoss. That's why he wants us to come out. He wants us to ride his trikes, and he said you'll be surprised. But we've rode the Harley several times over the years, and to me, it's almost like the old three-wheelers that they outlawed. They seem very unstable, and the ride wasn't very good. And I don't know. There's probably some out there that are probably really, really good. We just haven't stumbled over. But see, originally we were in California for 17 years. You could split traffic. That was the main reason she rode to work every day on her motorcycle, because one, she could ride in the carpool lanes for free, because out there they charge you. It's like $20 a day each way, so it's $40 a day. So by riding the motorcycle, she didn't have to pay that, and then she could get to work about an hour quicker than spending 20 minutes on the road. You'd have to spend about an hour and a half on the road each way. So that's kind of why we never thought about a trike. Now, most people don't know about splitting lanes, but if you lived in California and rode a motorcycle, you would understand. But the rest of the states don't have that, so it's kind of like when we come to Sturgis, you see so many trikes. When we first came, it was like, what are all these people riding trikes for? And it's like, oh, they can't split lanes. So there is an advantage of that.
So Bill Holt says hi from Mobile, Alabama.
There you go,
We
Alabama.
were down in
Mobile.
Fairhope. That's a great place. It's
Yeah.
right outside of Mobile. Yeah, it was great. We stayed at Big Daddy's Fish Stand. It was awesome.
Yep. If
Really
you guys are
pretty.
down that way, new owners now, he sold it, but I know they're still going to keep the great thing. If you're down in Fairhope, look up Big Daddy's Fish Stand. We did a video on that too. That's a great place right on this little river. Well worth your trip.
So it's been 2 hours.
Yes.
You ready to wrap it up?
Yeah. So we thank, what do we got left? How many people is it
It
still
says
on?
60.
Holy smokes, we got 60
61.
people watching still. This is crazy. I would have 62.
63.
There we go. So
Even the people here in the restaurant, we're not
so
counting
some of them are enjoying our show as we talk, and which we didn't even know. The people that said hi a while ago, they were actually subscribers and been watching us, and that's what they were doing. They were listening to everything we were saying, and they did a little shout out for us. So all the people that are doing shout outs on camera, we are not queuing them up. They are doing that. Like, have you seen, what was that lady's name the other day that did the opening for us?
Oh,
Facebook Live?
What?
what?
You doing Facebook Live?
Yeah, no,
yeah,
YouTube.
YouTube.
We have a YouTube channel.
Um,
Well,
it
whatever her
started
name
with a
is.
P. Paula.
Paula. So Paula did an intro for us the other day when we were in Hill City and
Keystone.
And she
And she
just
was Hill
she
City.
did everything she could. She goes, can I please talk on you? Can I do it? And so when she did it, I thought, I'll just put her. She'll be the opening.
She's our opener.
So that was kind of fun to have her do that, and gives you guys something a little different from how we started out every time. And keep watching. We appreciate all of
you.
you.
Just subscribed too. Thank you so much. We
We
appreciate
thank
it.
all you that are subscribers. We also like our watchers, but we love our subscribers. Remember our challenge that we have out there. We'll wrap it up today. We thank all of you for signing up. We've got a mission that we're trying to do. We're here in Sturgis. We have grown so much in these last 2.5 weeks with our channel and gotten so many good compliments that I decided that, hey, if we could get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of this week, which isn't impossible because we've grown that fast since we've been here, that we'll do a mission to cover the motorcycle rallies all next year, and that'll be our life. And we'll go out and we'll do just like we did here. We'll get there early, a week ahead of time. We'll find out what's going on, give you all the hot places to go to. We'll film those rallies. You can see all that stuff that's going on. So even if you're not going, next year you can look at it, which is, I've got a lot of people that are going home already, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to watch those videos for this year so they know which places to come out here and see next year. Which, hey, that works too. But we need you to subscribe. Subscribe. Help us out so we can in turn this around and give you guys the support and give you the information you need to have the best rally too. Because this has been fun for us too. We've really enjoyed this, especially meeting people out here. This is something we've never experienced. We used to have a DJ business, which you might wonder why I talk the way I do. We used to have a DJ business where in town we were recognized by everybody we did weddings for and events, which was pretty popular, but it's not the same as what the people now. A lot of people look at us as like we're TV stars or movie stars, and we're not. We're not even reality stars. We're just ordinary people. We work just like everybody else and put our pants on the same way and take them off at night the same way, and so we do appreciate all that. So make sure you subscribe. We do appreciate that. Keep leaving us comments. I personally, and she does on some of them, we do answer the comments. Some of the radical ones that I get, which you've seen, I've done the Antifa thing. I don't say a whole lot about that because I'm not going to get political here, and we're not going to get talking about masks and things like that either on our channel. Things like that should be talked in private and things like that. So we're not going to talk about our political views, who you should vote for, who you shouldn't vote for. Everybody knows what's going on. You know who you should vote for. That's the important thing, to get out and vote. On election time. That's one of the reasons we got to get home sometime in September so we can get ready to vote and make sure we get who we want elected in office.
So Patrick P says, thanks for sharing your adventures. Ride safe. We sure will, Patrick. Thanks for viewing us. Dave W says visiting Sturgis through you. Sorry you can't be here with us, but we hope we can show you the gist of everything and you get the full feel of it. Davis Mavis says Daytona Beach. Real Life Escape says, thanks guys, looking forward to the rally videos. And Mike Nee says, most everybody is super friendly in the hills. Go to the rally and enjoy. People in Sturgis and the Black Hills will be thrilled to see you. And they will. Everybody out here is friendly, super nice. It's a great place to visit. It's beautiful. And we're really enjoying it. And we're thankful that we get to share it with all of you guys.
So we're going to leave you with that. I'm going to do a quick pan of, we still got a great crowd in here. If you guys are in Sturgis, you need to come down to the VFW, have your breakfast down here. They're open from, I think it's 7 to 11.
7 to 11, not 11 to 7.
Yeah, 7 to 11, yeah, but she said it on the video, it said 11, and I had to put it down there at the bottom. Once again, we're not professionals and actors. And so I'm going to leave you guys with this. We do appreciate all of you that watched today. This has been a crazy 2 hours. I would have never, ever dreamed. I've been thinking that we'd have 2 people watching us, but to have a couple times we had 60, 70 people, we still got 50 something people 56 people still watching. This is unreal. I've watched other live streams that have 10 people watching. We totally appreciate all of you. We thank all of you for being followers of ours. Subscribe to us, like our channel, hit that ring bell, and you'll get a notification every time we come on. I'm getting a little better. Hopefully the next live, I'll figure out how to give you a preview to where we have it. Hopefully we can get the camera turned sideways so you can see more. So with that, we're going to leave you and say bye.
Bye-bye.
And we'll let you see.
We'll see you on the next video.
That's right. It's afternoon. So we're going to show you the bar and everybody eating, and that'll wrap it up for today.
Thanks again.
Oh, did I already gone?
No, it's still on.
Oh, there it is. Some more coming in to eat.
Right on.
YouTube. YouTube can be a star. And don't forget, we have a new video coming out this afternoon, so keep watching.